Hey everybody, my name is OldSkuleNerd, and yesterday I met a childhood hero. No, not someone that I was a fan of as a kid that inspired me. No. He inspired me when he was a kid. Yeah, yesterday I met a certain Aidan. Yeah, I met Aidan Fisher. That Aidan Fisher. Yeah, you've all seen the video, but what you don't realize is that he's not a kid anymore. One of the most viral metal videos of all time on YouTube is actually a young man by the name of Aidan Fisher. And he went to a show where Steel Panther was doing their thing in Kansas City. And Aidan's dad, who is one of the coolest guys I've ever met, took him to Kansas City, ran into Satchel and Michael Starr in an elevator, talked to them and said, "My son plays guitar, da-da-da-da-da." And then Aidan brings a sign that says, "I challenge Satchel to a guitar solo." Now, for those who don't know who Steel Panther is, Steel Panther is a comedy parody glam hair metal band. They take the best parts of the decadent era of hair metal and glam metal, translate it into modern day iterations. Like they have comedy classics such as The Girl from Oklahoma, 17 Girls in a Row, Community Property, and Glory Hole. Also, amazing actual songs like Death to All But Metal with Corey Taylor, and so on and on. In the metal community, they're like folk heroes. But if you're a young man who is an aspiring guitarist who just happens to know Eruption by Van Halen, why wouldn't you want to show up at a Steel Panther show in a sold-out crowd in Kansas City and throw it down? If you haven't seen this video, I'm going to put it in the description below. However, all you literally have to do is type in Aidan, A-I-D-A-N, and by the time you get halfway through the word Fisher, it'll say Aidan Fisher Steel Panther, and you just click it, and it's right there. Now, it is not for kids per se. There's a lot of language in it because it is Steel Panther, and they have no F's to give when it comes to content. But it's an amazing performance. Now, he tears through Eruption, goes into You Really Got Me, the whole classic rendition from Van Halen, and to the begrudgingness of Satchel, Michael Starr fires, Satchel on the spot, hires Aidan, and at the end he realizes child labor laws, he can't hire Aidan, so he sends Aidan back to his dad. Satchel comes back, they finish the show. Now, what you guys don't know is that's not the end of the story for Aidan. He has played okay, no kidding. So many sports teams and events have hired Aidan through the last 10 years to play the national anthem because he does one of the best renditions of all time. There have been guitarists who have done the national anthem at sporting events, and they always try to do too much. Like they try to do too much flair, too much metal, and they ruin the song, like vocalists do. He does one of the best renditions of it because it's precise, it's exactly what you want, and it pays real respect to the national anthem. That's why people keep calling him back. In fact, when I'm making this video right now, he's flying on his way to the Carolinas. He's doing it at a game. He's playing the concert in the game. He's playing the anthem for the beginning of the game. So yesterday, I went to go see Liliac in Crowley. And I was sitting at my house and I was making the video for reactions for yesterday for Kuor, for the up and coming stream. And I was about to start my up and coming stream on Twitch, and Papa Liliac popped up on my phone. He says, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I said, I'm editing some videos. And he said, "Hey, I'm in your hometown." And I went, "Really?" And he sent me a picture. And I was like, damn, he is in my hometown. He said, "Can you come over to the hotel and hang out a bit?" I'm like, yeah. So I grabbed my daughter, we jumped in the truck, ran out to the hotel, hung out in the lobby, and we're sitting in the lobby with Papa Liliac. And Papa Liliac sharing all of his ideas with me, bouncing stuff off, because he knows I love the progression of the band Liliac. And he's showing me some sneak peeks about the stuff on the new album. And I'm telling you now, y'all are not ready. Like, I'm going to do a little video later about what I saw at the Liliac show in Crowley that is completely different than anything I've seen from them yet. And it's very encouraging. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about Mr. Fisher, who at the time I didn't know was Mr. Fisher. Nope. So this little thing happened right here. Hey everybody, my name is OldSkuleNerd. I'm in some dive bar in the middle of Crowley, Louisiana, and I can say that because I'm from here. And so earlier today, I was hanging out with Papa Liliac at the hotel. We were talking about all the amazing new music that Liliac's putting out soon, and I was really excited. And a strapping young lad came into the lobby, and he goes, "Hey, I'm here." And they're like, "Hey, you made it." And he's just standing there, and this tall guy with kind of red hair and a hat. And I was like, "Cool." And I introduced myself. I said, "Hi, my name is OldSkuleNerd." And he said his name was
Aidan Fisher.
That's not what he said. He said, "I'm Aidan." And I went, "Hi, Aidan." And I told him what my real name was. He says, "Okay." And I never put in my head that it's
Aidan Fisher.
The Aidan Fisher. You know, that Aidan Fisher. You see why I have this channel? I still haven't figured out why 75,000 of you follow me and 10 million of you have watched my videos, because I mess up like this every day. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Aidan.
It's true, stop watching his videos. Just kidding. Let's go.
Dick! Okay, so, number one, he's not a dick. Okay, he's actually a really nice guy. And so after I met him and I apologized for not knowing who he was, I met his uncle. Stupidly enough, I met his uncle early in the day and didn't put two and two together. So his uncle was outside, who's a photographer, talking to Papa Liliac when I arrived at the hotel. And his uncle's like, "How you doing? My name is Mr. Fisher." I was like, "Hey, my name is OldSkuleNerd. How you doing?" Gave him my card and everything. He goes, "Yeah, I'm Aidan's uncle." Didn't think anything of it. I'm so stupid. And so when Aidan comes into the lobby, he's carrying a bag. "Hey, we made it. Cool." And Papa Leg's like, "Cool." And Sam's telling Aidan hi and everything. I said, "Hi, my name is," and that's when I introduced myself. And he's like, "Aidan." Cool. So that started that whole thing you just saw. And so we get to the venue. This kid is working hard. He's setting up. He puts all of his stuff together. He does his sound check. Great guy. He is posing with every Liliac fan. He is shaking every hand. He is dapping every knuckle. He is signing everything that anyone wants him to sign because he's a giving person and he loves performing for people. Here's the thing. What some of you may not know is this is the second most famous thing that Aidan has ever done. Do you want to know what the first one is? The first one, a lot of people don't realize it's him. So many people love the TV show Stranger Things. And one of the most iconic portions, especially of the new season, is the classic battle guitar battle between Vecna and the forces of D&D Evil and the character that plays Master of Puppets on his guitar to stem the psychic damage or the control of Vecna and the forces of evil. There's an actor who plays the character, in the TV show, and this character plays the guitar solo from Master of Puppets and whatever. What you don't know is that's not really the actor. The actor needed a guitar stunt double. True. And if you're going to do a guitar stunt double, it's really helpful to have someone who's a young man, looks relatively similar to that character. You can dress him up, make him look just like him, and has played Master of Puppets 1,000+ times. So when you watch Stranger Things and that guitar battle scene, that's Aidan playing the guitar. And I stood 3 feet away from him last night in Crowley, Louisiana, and I watched him play it live. And I kept looking over my shoulder to make sure that the forces of Vecna were not coming into the room because it was that good. Now, what does that mean for Liliac? Well, I don't think it means anything right now, but for those of you who love watching Liliac play live, there's something that they struggle with live. I've seen them twice now. The first time I saw them was last year in Baton Rouge. And when they record all of their music, Sam can go in, Sam, the guitarist from Liliac, Sam can go in and cut 3, 4, 5, 6, however many takes on the guitar he wants, and they can layer them to give a full sound. And everyone knows that when you're a metal band and you don't have 2 guitarists and you're playing the classic metal great songs that have 2 guitars, rhythm and lead, when you go on tour, you have to make adjustments, sacrifices, and choices. Okay, Sam's only one guitar player. He's an amazing guitar player, but he's still only one person. So he has to choose, okay, am I going to play the solo? Am I going to play the hook? Am I going to play the chords? Am I going to, you know? So you have to give and take, because Liliac doesn't do backing tracks. They like to play everything raw and live, which is one of the things I like about them. Well, this time, the last 2 shows they did a show in Georgia, and it was a sold-out crowd. And it was the first time they invited Aidan to come in. He learned a lot of their originals to join him, and he coordinated with Sam, and they sorted out all the parts, who was going to play rhythm, who was going to do hooks, who was going to do solos, who's doing a solo in this song, what are you doing this half, am I doing this half? They worked the entire set out, even the classic metal ones. And in doing so, they did something that Liliac has not been able to do, which is have a complete full sound on stage of both rhythm guitar, solo guitar, dual solo guitars, dual phrasing guitars, all at the same time. And it was the best sound Liliac has ever put out. Now, Aidan was a guest on tour for these last 2 shows, and he connects with Liliac as a band amazingly well. He's a very giving person. He's a very humble person when it comes to performing. As far as him and Sam working together, their phrasing and the way they play together is awesome. What I'm trying to tell you is Aidan can make anyone sound better than what they are. And because he's a consummate professional guitarist, he matches up really well with Sam. I was talking to Aidan's dad, who, by the way, is one of the best dads on the planet, because he has been behind Aidan, supporting him this whole way as a super dad. And as a dad, you, sir, inspire me as much as your young son's ability does. Keep doing what you're doing. You're awesome. And so Aidan starts playing with Sam, and I'm remembering all the live show that I saw last year. There's something different in the sound. And yeah, there's 2 guitars and everything else, but when Sam doesn't have to focus on rapid transitions between chording and hooks and chording and the solo and chording and having to keep track of all these different parts that are originally designed for 2 guitars, he's able to be more comfortable. He can be more assertive. He can really get into it. And Aidan helps him do that. And in vice versa, there's another hidden gem. Ethan, the bass player of Liliac, previously, when Aidan's not there, every time Sam does a guitar solo or Sam does a hook or a riff turn or something that's not on the low end, Ethan has to play by himself, just the bass, playing out. And it's hard to do as a bass player. But when Aidan is there, Aidan's really good at supporting Ethan on the low end in the chords. So when Sam is doing the hooks and the floats and the tags and the solos, Aidan really, really gives Ethan a low-end partner to go into it. And Ethan gets in. He really starts throwing down. It's a different weight. And I kept looking at Papa Liliac during this performance last night, and I was like, how many times have they played together? And he's like, And I'm just like, it was a completely different sound. It did not sound like anything Liliac could put out. Now, am I saying that Aidan should be a member of Liliac? Nope, I am not saying that whatsoever. And Aidan will say that, and Liliac will say that. But is he a great friend? Yes. Is he a de facto member of that family? Yes. Do they all get along? Yes. Because they're all great people. Now, would I love to see Aidan continue to be a guest line on their tour, like a touring member, whenever they do these tours and can really just explode the sound? Sure. Would he be awesome as a guest person on a couple of Liliac album songs? Yeah, why not? All things are possible. And also, here's the thing. Aidan has a channel on YouTube. You need to check it out. And he has more than just this video. Okay. And it's just, as a family unit, Aidan is humble and genuine. Look, we joked about shoes. I can tell you right now, Aidan and I could stand next to each other, and we did. We really did. We stood there together, and we tore. I mean, we picked on everybody. We picked on myself. We picked on his shoes. He picked on my shoes. We picked on my fiance. We picked on all the members of Liliac. We picked on Papa Liliac. We talked about Aidan's dad. We're just laughing because we have very similar sense of humor, which is very scary, by the way. But then I talked to his uncle, and his uncle is an amazing guy, super supportive. And I can't say enough about the team that Aidan has around him. And I was super excited to meet this young man. He impressed the hell out of me. So what I need you to do is, I'm not going to play this video here. That's Aidan's video. I need you to go into the description below and watch it, because that's his video and you need to see it yourself. All right. That's my chat about meeting Aidan Fisher and not knowing who the hell he was. Yeah, when we're on the way to the venue, I'm riding with Chelsea. She's sitting with me, and it hit me. I'm like, oh my God. And she's like, what? I was like, I just realized who Aidan is. And she's like, really? You didn't know? And I'm like, I had so much stuff in my head trying to get everything together and make sure I had everything ready. And I did not realize that that was Aidan Fisher, the Aidan Fisher. And she's like, yeah. So I rocked out to Aidan Fisher music the whole way to the venue. Yeah. Kind of fanboyed out a little bit. Kind of feel weird about it. But yeah. Now, I know you're thinking to yourself, Old School Nerd, is that the weirdest thing that happened to you last night at the Liliac show? No. But that's for a different video. And that one will be infamous. Infamous. Because I can honestly say I got to do something that nobody else has ever gotten to do. Evil laugh. All right, everybody. Love one another. Take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together with Steel Panther and Aidan freaking Fisher. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right there. Big thank you to all my Patreons out there. We appreciate everything you do. If you want more content like this video, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together. We'll see you later.